Hi guys, Karen Trolfa here. I'm here with some more spring cards today. You are absolutely going to love them. I got two cards with two different bundles, so I don't usually do that too often, but I thought I would share some really fun spring cards with you today. Let me switch my cameras. So we're going to be using, oh, it's gone. There it is. Okay, I don't know what happened there. So it went away. Technology, you know? So we're actually playing with two different bundles. One is the Easter Bunny bundle, which comes with the little punch, and then the Playing in the Rain bundle, and some matching dies that goes with those. So I think I'm going to start with the one that's the Playing in the Rain one. He's kind of fun, right? Let's move this stuff to the side for me. All right, so what we have here is we're going to be playing with some of this really bright spring colors, Flirty Flamingo. My gosh, you can't get any brighter than that, can you? And then this is a piece of a section of the designer paper. So like I said in the past, this paper pack is really awesome because there's actually, not only is it a specialty paper that has like shimmer on it, I know that the camera doesn't pick it up very well, but there's like this shimmer on the clear gloss highlights on the paper that really makes it shine. And then of course it's a little flat in different patterns on the back. But the paper, our dies actually match up with, so that's actually kind of nice. And there's like some turtles and rabbits and other things that match the same dies too. So I'm going to go ahead and get my guide die cut out. Let's see, he's this one. Yep, this is one. And let me get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss up here so I can get that piece cut out. All right, I'm going to start flipping this over. Yeah, I flip my plates back and forth. These are new plates. I just had a retreat and my plates get so much love that sometimes they just wear out. Yeah, I get that on there. And then I usually try to reserve one plate that I don't cut on because it kind of helps keep my plates flat when I use them like that. I keep flipping the bottom one around so I'm not always cutting in the same spot. And I do flip the top one around back and forth too. It just helps my plates stay longer, last a little bit longer, I feel. Anyway, all right, we got that die cut out. Look how perfectly that just cuts it right out. All right, and let's see, what are we making here? Okay, so we're gonna score this at 4 1/4. You certainly could just fold it in half also, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a score so that I have a nice crisp line. And fold that down and then run my bone folder to crisp it up. All right. And then I'm going to add this beautiful little rain scene here, right? Gotta find my tape. All right. Get that down there. And get some stuff. Get that centered. Now I've already pre-die cut the little fence piece that comes in the framelit set just to make things go a little bit faster. And on this one I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue just because it's so narrow. Everything's so narrow on it. We're just going to get a little bit of liquid glue. Now this is my favorite glue, but the green glue, you got to remember, a little goes a long way. So I actually almost let it touch, and not almost, I do. I let it lay right on the paper so that I don't have like this goober, and I very lightly squeeze. Because a little goes a long way. This is very strong glue. All right, let's get that picked up. And let's see, where do I want to put it? Probably just about there, just along the bottom edge of the paper there. Okay. And then my little guy here, we're going to grab some dimensionals and get him popped up. I got one on there that doesn't have the tape on the top, and I keep sticking my hand to it. All right, and we're going to have him just kind of walking in front of this bridge edge. All right, and then I have this little strip of paper here. and basic gray ink, and I'm going to use the greeting that says rainy days are better with you. Now, you notice I put this stamp on an angle. I have astigmatism in my eyes, so sometimes I don't see level, and I keep wanting to match up the edges, and when I do something totally different, I don't have that problem anymore. I can do that much better. So I'm just going to stamp this right down here. Another thing you may have noticed on mine, I've actually cut this bottom edge. So see how straight it is? I actually trimmed that with a pair of scissors because I was like, it kept giving me like a funny edge. You know, maybe the rubber was curled a little bit. So I don't feel bad that if you need to trim those stamps up a little bit, you can certainly go ahead and do that. Plus, I didn't want to not see where I was putting that bottom edge because this is a pretty narrow piece of paper. And then I'm going to just do a little bit of bannering here. Let's get that there. And that one there. That one needs to go a little narrower. There we go. I like that. And that one too is on a couple of dimensionals. So we're going to, oh, I can finally use that sticky one. It's been sticking to me everywhere. And we're just going to put that right along the edge, along the top. How about if I get the paper off of that one? The other one came already done without paper. And I'm going to line that up with the designer paper behind it. Now that's pretty simple, pretty stinking cute. But I think I'm going to add a little more fun. How about these Lose Daisies, guys? Did you check those out? These are just super, super, super sweet. So they got like different sizes. They're very flat. They're like super, super skinny. Let me get my pick tool here. So they are, look how thin they are. They're like almost like nothing, right? And then let's just get a couple of these on here. Let me get that liquid glue. The best way to attach these is with liquid glue. And I'm just going to add a couple here and there on this fence. We're going to decorate the fence. Maybe put one there, put one up there, put one right here. How about a couple down here? That looks good. All right, let me grab this yellow one. And we'll get a little white one. They're like two different sizes, and then two different colors. And let's get a little yellow one. Actually, they might be three sizes. Get another little tiny white one right there. And we'll just add these cute little flowers. Gives them a little more. Gives them just a little bit more pizzazz, you know. And look, like I said, they're so thin and flat. I absolutely love it. Let's see if we can get these back in the bin. They're so tiny. All right, get that out of the way. And then for the second card, clean up my mess. We're going to use that Easter Bunny set, but we're not making an Easter card. Nope. Easter's done. We're not making an Easter card. So this one, this is like I said, you can also just fold these in half. You don't have to score them. They still work. What happens is, see how that just kind of like the paper tore a little bit there? So when you score it, you don't get that. You avoid that from happening. The paper kind of like broke a little bit there. Must just been a tough spot in the paper. So you get a little bit crisper edge when you actually score them first. All right, so I think I forgot to get out my embossing folder for the back of this card, and I did, so let me grab that real quick. See if I have it in my stash here. Yeah, I work out of a closet. I bet you most of you do too. Or not most of, but it's kind of assumptuous of me, but you know, a lot of people, we all have these small spaces sometimes that we just have to work in. my home up north is, I took over a bedroom. This is a bedroom too, but it's a guest bedroom with the little pull-out sofa. I took the bed and everything out of the one up north. So I don't have all the nice pretty cabinets and everything that I have up there down here, but it all works. It's all good. All right, so I'm using the Cascading Ruffles folder and some basic white cardstock. And I'm just going to line that up there and get my plate. And I'm missing a plate. There, no. I'm missing a plate. There it is. It's still on the shelf. And when you're using, this is one of the 3D folders. So I'm only using the bottom plate, no shim, and then the folder and the impression pad. This makes it where you almost don't even feel like it's going through the machine. It's like there's like no effort at all to get this one through here. Out of there. And that's just a nice, subtle little ruffle background. Definitely girly. Absolutely girly. All right, and what I forgot to do before I put that in there was stamp it. But I think we can figure it out. So I'm going to use this You're a Friend Like No Other. Okay, and I'm doing it in basic gray. And let's see what I can do here. I want to do it just down at the bottom. So I'm just going to try to find a pretty smooth spot. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Typically, I would have stamped that before I embossed it because sometimes the embossing, there's a lot of texture and the stamp doesn't get a clean image. But that one worked. So that is stamped and embossed. And let's get it on the card. You're a friend like no other. And mine is a little crooked. I should have put that on an angle on the block, but I didn't. All right, and then next, now I have already pre-die cut some of the scalloped squares. This is from, whoa, the name is like right at the tip of my tongue. I don't know. You can read it over in my blog post over at www.stampersclub.com and just look for some of the spring card ones here that we did here in April of 2023, and you'll find a complete list of all the products that I used. All right, so this piece is definitely going to go up on dimensionals, and I'm getting a little low on these, aren't I? Do we have any more? Yeah. Used up that whole thing already. Oh, we'll just get some more. All right. So we need some dimensionals for this. And that's just going to go right in the middle. Okay. And then the next piece. These are both from the same die set. All right, and we're gonna. Oh, I forgot to do. Oh, I could do it on there. All right, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Now I'm gonna get some Flirty Flamingo ink. And a blending brush. I just had it. Wow, there they are. I just got like so much stuff here. So I'm going to get like a scrap piece of paper here just to get some of the ink off because I don't want that much ink. This is a brand new brush, so let me get a little more ink on it. And I'm just going to give it a very small, subtle, backgroundy kind of a look here. Okay. These are the new mini brushes. Aren't they adorable? But I like that, a lot of times I'm working in a small spot, so this is like a nice size, and they're definitely cleanable. I've washed them and then reused them on another color. or if I don't get them too much, I just kind of wipe them out, and then I can go right to another color. Yeah, the ink kind of comes out of them really easy. So I do that too sometimes. Or I label them. Sometimes I label them because I use the same colors a lot. But they are washable so that you can switch colors if you want to. All right, and then I have a little punched piece of vellum. So I just did a little bit of a punch there, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle. You don't have to put a whole lot on there. I'm just going to, let's see how that little bit of color kind of shines through the vellum. Then I'm going to take this beautiful brush stroke specialty paper. This comes in a package with 3 colors. So you get this pretty pink, take the paper here. You get this really pretty night of navy and soft succulent. But it's absolutely beautiful pattern paper. It's just got a nice grain on it. It's very luxurious looking. And we're going to get our cute little bunny in basic gray ink. And we're just going to stamp him right on there. No coloring required. We have an instant pink bunny on some beautiful paper. He's so shiny. It makes him almost look fuzzy. It's kind of nice. Gives him color and fur all at the same time. We'll punch him out real quick. That was easy. Remember that was easy button? Which one? Oh, it was an office supply store. Was it Staples maybe, or Office Max? And this, I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals to put him on. I'm just going to put him right over where I had the tape for that vellum. So he's kind of right in the middle, and then he's just got this little bit of color shining around him from that blending brush. And then let's get these little guys back out. I want to add some little flowers down here. And my liquid glue. I'll just add a few flowers down here. Liquid glue is the best thing for putting on these tiny embellishments. And I think I'm going to use white ones, just white ones. And I'm going to do, whoa, put them there, and there. Let me get a little one. Put that one right here. Super lovely. So, 2 great cards today. One with the Easter Bunny set, and of course, he's a spring card. He's not an Easter card, just your friend like no other. And then, of course, the rainy days, because we always have rainy days in the spring, and the great die cutting of just the designer paper, so there's really very little stamping. Super quick, super easy. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. It's been a pleasure stamping with you. You can certainly comment. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Subscribe, like, give me a chat, find me on Facebook. I'm out there. My name's Karen. Bye.